What's up, you guys? Thank you for clicking on this video. So as you can tell by the title, we have quite a lot to talk about for some New York Comic-Con Transformers reveals that happened today at the time of this recording. And I'm sorry I didn't have this video up sooner, guys. You know, usually I'm like one of the first guys on YouTube who has news or rumors or leaks up on the channel. But, you know, of all days, me and my family actually picked today to move into a new place. So the whole day I was literally moving stuff from 8 a.m. to like 6:30 p.m. So I'm pretty freaking sore and tired right now, but the grind, the news, the videos will prevail, people. So first up here, we had a panel earlier today and a live stream. They revealed the Samurai, Starscream, and Optimus Prime. Both robots have got a samurai-themed design. Starscream transforms into a falcon, and Optimus turns into an ox with a cart, which is pretty crazy. You know, it's a lot of stuff that I've been wanting to see for, you know, modern Transformers for a while. That creativity, and they did it, and it looks really good. And then you have Onslaught renders. So let's delve into this goodness here from this panel / live stream. So first up, let's talk about Onslaught. And, you know, I think this is a render that was actually shown during San Diego Comic-Con, so this isn't anything too extremely new, but I don't think we ever saw this in complete detail. I think this was just like a quick image flashed somewhere. I don't even think it was on a panel. I could be wrong on that. But, you know, from what we could see with this render, it looks good. Hopefully it actually articulates like that with the ab crunch. That would be absolutely freaking baller if he had an ab crunch that worked that good. And he has hinges on his wrists and everything like that. Hopefully, you know, they're not capping with the CAD model here and he actually moves like that in the physical figure. So, you know, that Onslaught looking pretty nifty. Now, looking at this Timelines collection for 2026. You know, the box is sick. It's definitely got that samurai motif going on. It's obviously, again, a 2-pack between Optimus and Starscream. And, you know, Starscream looks like he's a retool of Kingdom Air-Razor, or maybe the Studio Series Rise of the Beast Air-Razor mold. But, you know, both of them, they kind of shared engineering and molds a little bit. So it's probably just, you know, shared engineering / a retool of both of those figures. Starscream looks cool. Optimus, I definitely think he's the best one, because obviously he's not, you know, shared tooling. He's definitely, or not shared tooling, shared engineering. So Optimus is definitely more unique in this 2-pack here. And it looks great. I'm really digging this. My favorite out of the two is probably Optimus. I just think he's a bit more outside the box, and he just looks way crazier and just more interesting to get in hand. So I'm really looking forward to that 2-pack. I may actually buy that. It's pretty great. And then in addition to those nifty little reveals, we have something that I've been talking about on the channel here. I think the only Transformers channel on YouTube that's been talking about this leak, Skybound Optimus, and he finally got revealed today. I've been talking about this figure coming out for like the last 5 months, and he finally got revealed at New York Comic-Con today, and he looks cool. I do have some gripes with him. There was some information shared via Noon on the boards. It says the description mentions his fusion cannon is removable. He comes with a blaster and the matrix of leadership. He costs $80 basically, $79.99. And he looks good. You know, the vehicle mode, the truck mode, you could see he obviously still transforms, comic book accurate, where it actually stores in the truck and molds into the truck, and it's not just an arm hanging off in truck mode. You know, it looks good. But, you know, for robot mode, they did give him a new head sculpt, which I do like. I will commend Hasbro that they went the extra mile to do that for the comic version of this guy. And they also added the silver parts on his lower legs, which is really dope. And obviously the Megatron arm just takes a cake. That is like the coolest freaking thing ever in Transformers in the last 10-15 years, I'd say. But, you know, there's a glaring issue with this pack. Like, when I first saw the images revealed for this earlier today, this was my first thought that came to mind when I saw this figure. He is missing a lot of sculpt and paint on him to simulate his battle damage, that iconic wear and tear that you see with this Optimus in these Skybound comics, and especially when he first gets the Megatron arm. and you don't get that conveyed here in this figure at all. And it's really sad to see, honestly. Like, a lot of people, and myself included, were thinking, the days leading up to this reveal when it was leaked, it would be coming out during New York Comic Con, and the months leading up to this when we heard the rumor about it. I was like, there's no way Hasbro releases this Optimus with the Megatron arm and doesn't do the Skybound comic book accurate color scheme with the battle damage paint and possibly new battle damage sculpt on him that would really bring out the figure even more. But no, they kind of just went the bare minimum here, which honestly really is unfortunate to me. I don't like how they handled this, honestly. And $80 is kind of a debatable price too. I mean, with the trailer, the axe, the blast effects, and everything like that, that's $90 when he came out last year with the trailer, roller, the medbot, the axe, the blast effects, and everything. You got that for an extra $10, it seems like. So again, it's the same thing with that Armada Nemesis Prime that was put up for order yesterday. He seems overpriced, and I don't know what's going on here. Is it because of the tariffs? Is Commander Class going to be seeing a price increase of maybe $100 or $110 next year? I have no idea. I'm just speculating. I don't have insider knowledge. So I hope not, but from this price point here, the math really ain't mathin' here. Like, I'm sure the trailer, along with Roller, Medbot, his axe, and the blast effects, isn't just $10 of value for a Commander class figure. So I think this would have been better as just like a leader class release, the $60 price tag. I really don't see what makes this $10 away from being a Commander class release. He literally comes with 3 accessories, and the Optimus by himself is a leader class figure. So, the price and the lack of comic book accurate battle damage paint really kind of dampers this release for me. Going into this before it was revealed, I was of the impression that there's no way Hasbro can muck this up, and I am definitely buying this figure. But now at this price and the minimal changes to the mold in terms of the color scheme to be actually accurate to the comic book that they're referencing here with the release, I'm having second thoughts, honestly. I mean, I honestly would only get this if it's on sale. Like that KO that's $50 that comes with way more accessories and this Megatron arm that's based off the 86 mold of Optimus. I would rather get that instead, because you're getting more for a little bit less. I think that thing, after it's all said and done, is like $60-$70, and you get way more accessories with that AliExpress Skybound Optimus. So I don't know, man. It's a good release on its own, but when you start getting into the details of it, it starts to get pretty tricky, in my opinion. I'm 50-50 on it right now, honestly. And they had the Timelines 2-pack on display. We're going to be getting the Megatron and Bumblebee pack revealed as well. There's some other tidbits of info I'm going to get into here soon from the live stream. The 2-pack of Prime and Starscream is going to be $60. The pre-order's coming soon on that. Not too bad of a price there. So Emi earlier today on my Discord server made me aware of this info, so thank you. Shout out to you for sending this my way. So he said here, Onslaught reveal will be at MCM London. Makes sense considering they've been teasing him with the last 2 major conventions that Hasbro's attended, with San Diego Comic-Con and now New York Con. So that's cool. And then he says, the tail wings of the 86 Seeker can go on his back if wanted. Cockpit opens and has landing gear. They mentioned wanting to do Sunstorm. Oh, wow. So the engineering there is a little bit interesting. I may get into that further and, brainstorm some thoughts on the future of that in a later video. That does sound pretty interesting. But Sunstorm really makes me question and wonder what interesting repaints do they have planned later on down the line, possibly next year, that we don't even know about for the regular mainline generations that's not for Studio Series. So that gets me kind of pumped. And then he goes on to say Soundwave can still use the old cassette bots, which is cool, for people who prefer the actual cassette modes and not the animal modes. You know, the Earthrise and Siege ones do kind of look better in cassette mode than the new 86 ones, in my opinion, just from the images we've seen. So that's good that they're still compatible. And then he says 86 wheelie will eventually come out of the new mold. Oh wow, so it seems like we're going to be getting a re-release of Wheelie at some point soon with maybe a new color scheme that's a bit more cartoon accurate. So I wouldn't like go crazy if you miss out on the Walmart exclusive Wheelie in the coming months. He's definitely getting a release in the 86 banner with probably more cartoon accurate colors. So, you know, if you don't like the colors or if you miss out on this Walmart exclusive retro wheelie, definitely wait soon enough that there's going to be an 86 wheelie. And then he says, Timeline's Bumblebee and Megatron reveal is planned for MCM London. So just in a couple weeks later on this month, along with Onslaught, they're going to be revealed. So stay tuned for in-depth thoughts and news videos on the channel for MCM London. It sounds like it's going to be pretty crazy already. And then the last thing here is pre-orders for AOTP Wave 1 will be on the same day as MCM. So good to know finally that Wave is going up later on this month. There's some bangers in that Wave 1 of 2026 Age of the Primes. But yeah, guys, let me know down below. What are y'all thoughts on all these reveals at New York Comic Con today at the time of this recording? And yeah, guys, thank you for watching this video. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Oh, also, I'll be doing some more breakdown videos on some stuff going on here with the news that's been coming out the last few days, so stay tuned for that on the channel. But yeah, thank you all for watching this video. Catch you guys in the next one. Bye!